Greetings, beloveds. In the name of the One, we welcome you. It is midsummer. Fires are blazing across the United States, even on our doorstep in Santa Fe. The world is ablaze. The world is on fire. Everyone is in a state, you might say, of panic. Many are in state of fear, walking around with masks, avoiding any contact with other human beings, living in great isolation, clinging very strongly to that which they know, that which gives them comfort. Those spouses and partners and few friends with whom they are willing to share, to remove their mask. It is an important time in the midst of these blazing fires all around, as they encroach upon your environment, upon your psyche, upon your consciousness. And what they are doing is showing you that what has been is now in the process of being destroyed, of being decimated, of being destabilized, destructured, and sent to oblivion, because it is no longer sustainable. Not that it has not been unsustainable for a very long time, but the fires are calling you to wake up. Everyone is dry. Everyone is thirsty. Everyone is looking for solace, looking for truth, looking for explanations, trying to make sense of everything. How can it be that in my world there can be such a thing as a pandemic? It brings to mind images of the great plagues of Europe. And of course, many of those plagues were followed by great fires, where everything was being burnt in a great conflagration. Something like the end of the world. But the end of the world as we have known it, as it has been for eons. A very unsatisfactory way of being, we might say. And so we are calling your attention to what we would like to recommend as what to focus on now. And of course, we will recommend that you focus inwards, that you focus on the heart, on that place that does know the truth, that place within you that does not depend on the excitement and proliferation of ideas, of images, and of thoughts that provoke fear. Where is it within you can find safety? Where is it you can find clarity and truth within the mix, within the mass of information that is being pelted at you and asking for your attention, so that you are always being distracted, so that the main concern is survival, so that you do not know what your next step must be You do not know where your sustenance will come from. You do not know how long it will be before you can go back to an old normal that is quickly fading away from your memory, where you can go into a restaurant and enjoy the quiet cup of tea or the quiet conversation with your friends over a good meal, or whatever it may be that was your norm, where you could dance, play music, sing, go and do your partying with freedom, with a sense of the world will never end, and everything will continue in this glorious California summer, even though California is ablaze, just as is New Mexico and Colorado, and just as other places are overwhelmed with numerous challenges of weather, of cycles, and of severe restrictions and anger and frustration and a sense of being pressed and limited and squeezed, so that you are living a life filled with stress, with concern and worry. We do not wish this for you. We wish for you to have ease and grace in your life. We wish for you to have peace, inner peace, satisfaction, a sense of deep gratitude, a sense that everything is in order, in spite of the appearance. And we would like to recommend that whenever you watch your news or you listen to the stories that others tell you, that you put a big question mark around it all and question, and do not accept at face value that which is told to you, that which you hear, that which you watch. For it is at least clear that everything you would be told in the mainstream media is not to be believed. That nothing appears to be as it is, or nothing is as it appears to be. For you are in a period of expansion of consciousness. You are in a period of growth that is actually being fed by these uncertainties, by these fears, and by these new experiences that you have not had before, of having to avoid people, of having to wear masks, of having to watch who you talk to about what you say, what theories you might have, or what theories might be told to you about what is going on. You are being asked at this point to examine everything, to expand your consciousness to the level at which you are willing to face the fact that it is within you that the truth, that the sense of peace, and that the sense of stability must come. And as you are opening yourself to that possibility, that within you there is this strength, there is this beauty, there is this power that is able to remain grounded, stable, anchored, to be able to have a perception of inner peace, and that it is your intention and your heart's desire to find this place of inner peace, to find out what it is that you can do in the midst of the chaos, to create a stability for yourself and your family, to continue to generate a loving environment, an environment of honoring and respecting, of cooperation, of sharing, of holding out that there is a divine purpose in everything that appears to be happening in front of you, and that in fact there is a benevolent ending, shall we say, or a benevolent outcome to this chaos, to this destructuring, destabilization that the whole of your planet is experiencing. For when something reaches its final point of instability, when the unsustainability reaches its final peak, it must begin the collapsing of everything that has created this unsustainability. And somewhere within the midst of this destabilization, it is necessary to begin to create new structures, to create new foundations upon which a healthy, a benevolent, and a satisfying life experience can unfold for you and for your loved ones. Because it is necessary that one stops regarding an other, those around you, as threats to your survival. It is important that you no longer see each person as a potential hazard to your well-being and your health. That the ability to have an invigorating conversation with someone is not going to hurt you because you see them face to face. There is nothing that will prevent you from experiencing the joy of communion if you are facing each other with a mask and terrified that perhaps they will breathe upon you and somehow you will be smitten like a leper with this terrible infection. For it is part of the great mythology that you are being fed. It is part of a ruse to keep you separate. It is part of a very deep state intention to keep you in fear, to keep you from questioning, to keep you from looking for truth, to keep you from asking for answers, to keep you from connecting to your own intuition, to your guidance, to those beings of light that surround you, that wish to encourage you to see only beauty, to find only peace, to experience joy and ease and grace and benevolence. Because we trust that within you is the power to find your own avenues of satisfaction, of creativity, of joy. We are hoping that you will find a way to express your creativity, whether it be in art or music, in word or in song, or in expression through movement of dance, that you do not shutter yourself, that you do not keep yourself isolated and separate from humanity, from that human connection, that human touch, that human face-to-face, eye-to-eye connection of heart to heart. For the soul is seen within the eye of the beholder. And it is through the heart that you experience this connection. And now is the time to begin to envisage the kind of world that you want, that you wish to see, and it is time not just to envisage it, but to unfold steps within your own heart, within your own mind and activity, and shared with others, with companions, colleagues, co-conspirators you might call them, who are prepared now to begin to create structures for the new earth, who begin to form new foundations, new ideas for businesses, for events, for potential businesses and gatherings and ways in which you can support each other to create a world of cooperation, of peace, of life enhancement, of respect for Mother Earth and for all life. Because this energy that is being promulgated around fear and disengagement and separation is an expression of a force that is anti-life, that is of the darkness, that does not wish to encompass light, and that does not wish to encourage you to wake up from the dream, from the illusion, from the facade. And so we are encouraging you to do your own research, to express and to investigate areas of experience that have been outside of your environment of thinking. That you examine how you see the world, how you experience the meanings of words that you use. What do they really mean? How do you use words, and how do you think in ways that limit you, that keep you within structures that do not allow freedom and blossoming and beauty? How do you think within a structure of fear that does not allow you to breathe fully the deep oxygen that nourishes your whole being, that allows your immune system to keep you safe, to keep you healthy? For if you remain boxed up and all of your communications happens through that screen in front of you, and you keep yourself from doing your exercise and breathing deeply the air because you are unable to breathe clearly with the mask upon you, especially when you exercise or walk in nature, you must question the validity of what you are told, what you are asked and forced to do, mostly through peer pressure and through the environment of fear that you meet wherever you go, which encourages you to express and experience fear in your own psyche. For fear is restricting. Fear is the greatest opposite of love. You cannot love and fear at the same time. You cannot honor life and fear it at the same time. When you are taught in your Bibles to fear God, what does that mean? It means obey without question that which you have been told is the truth, is the gospel truth. When you investigate deeper, you will find that the gospel was written much later than the truth, and that it created its own apparent truth. Whatever gospel it may be, whatever dharma, whatever teaching it is that you have learned to follow without thinking, without question, it is what we have mentioned as unsustainable, that you do not think for yourself, that you do not exercise your self-authority, that you do not empower yourself as an expression of God or Goddess or the divine or creator. For it is in the recognition that God is within, that you are an expression of spirit, that you are divine, you are a spark of source. And by restricting yourself to living within a teeny little box, that spirit will not be able to thrive, and it will want to die, even though it is immortal. For you are immortal. Your soul, your spirit is eternal. It is immortal. It is infinite and universal. It is how you communicate and connect with all life. And you cannot allow yourself to cut yourself off from love. For love is the acceptance of the reality of others, be they human or creature, be they rock, be they crystal, be they insect. Nothing is outside of the ability within you to communicate with it through soul, through heart, through stillness, through silence, through your practice, through meditating, through walking, dancing, moving, whatever it is that it is your practice to do. We are highly recommending that you do it on a regular basis to maintain your health, your strength, your beauty, your stamina, and your sense of purpose and ease and grace within the face of these raging fires, this burning of everything you have ever known. For everything is being consumed in this great Armageddon that is not of biblical proportions, but of global and galactic proportions. For everything that is occurring is part of a great design that is intended to restore your Garden of Eden to this beautiful planet, to remove her toxins and her waste, to remove the ways in which human beings have desecrated Mother Earth and all life upon her and everything that is sacred. You must remember that the sacredness begins from within. Your body, your mind, your heart, your soul, your family, your home. Everything is sacred. If you treat it with respect, with love, as if it is sacred, it will treat you so. For it is as you give, so you will receive. And it is important that this flow be in both directions. Connect with Mother Earth beneath you, with Father Sky above you. Connect horizontally with all life and surround yourself with a sphere of golden light, with a column of light to keep you safe, surrounded by your team of angels and guides who watch over you, who are at the ready to communicate with you. This message is not new. We have given it many times. We invite you to consider what it would take for you to move forward, creating a structure in whatever way, be it a structure of the mind, of consciousness, a structure of organization, or of some kind of activity that will benefit Mother Earth and the planet and all creatures, all humans, that will create new ways of being upon this planet, that you consider what it is for you to bring forward, and that you begin, and that each day you consider and spend some of your time in looking at what it might be that you could contribute to the benefit of all of life. We greet you in the name of the one heart, the one life, that which has been called the one God, which is neither male nor female, and which is not outside of you, but exists within you as the true source of your own divinity. We love you. Blessings and peace.